Hello. Am I late? Maybe not. I was back there cutting my batting because I'm going to try to put a quilt on the quilt machine. Hello, Catherine. I better go over there and get that other side muted before it starts talking. It takes it just a minute to get started. All right, I think I got that done. I'm tired already, and I'm not even started yet. But I don't know if you can see, but I'm going to quilt that little star back there if I can get it on there. I was hoping maybe you guys would come up and chat and I could get some work done. Maybe multitask, chat and work at the same time. Just me and Catherine right now? Nobody else? Catherine, you want to come up and join me? I pinned the link up there. There's Linda. What does that say? Hi, Nurse Rita, and everyone that's going to be on chat. Rita's not a nurse. Not a nurse at all. I'm glad you come in to join us, Linda. Linda, you want to come up and set up on the panel? This is 11 of you. There's Bernice. Hey, Bernice. I had a good Thanksgiving. I'm still eating. I think Terry just finished off the last piece of cherry pie a little while ago, just a few minutes ago. Hey, John Paul. I need some help. I don't know who's going to be my helper because I kind of want to work. I know some of you ladies could volunteer to come up and read this chat because I can't do both. Hello, Karen Evans. Oh, it's okay. I didn't know what you meant, Linda. It's okay. You're forgiven. I make mistakes all the time, Linda. Y'all know that. Make lots of mistakes. Hey, Kim. Let's see. And Catherine says, I have a laptop ordered, and when it comes in, I'll surprise you. In the phone, I'm too up close, and nobody needs to see that. All right, I'll be expecting it. I'll be expecting you, Catherine. Kim, you want to come up on the panel for a minute so I can pin my quilt in the frame? You're not afraid to, are you? Bernice is going to be lurking, but glad to listen. All right, I'm waiting for Kim. That's who I'm waiting for. It's kind of cold in here. You know it's cold in here? I turned the heat up. Let's take that batten and get warmed back up. Don't need to do that, do I? This needs to go in my quilt. Surely I've got another quilt around here I can put around me to get warmed up with. All right, where's my helpers? Seeing 16 of you in here. Hey, Ginger. Hi, Ginger. Well, I really got to get busy. I wanted to get, you know what I wanted to do? I wanted to get this quilted so I'd have some binding to set and sew on while we chat at night. That's what I wanted to do. That was my plan. So I'm not trying to ignore you guys, but I'm going to go back here and get it pinned in so I can quilt it. Unless somebody tells me real quick, you have a cold, Kim? My goodness, Kim's got a cold again. Sick kids for Thanksgiving. All right, who's my helper? I'm begging somebody to come up and help me. Don't know who it's going to be. All right, I'm gonna start pinning. I'm gonna move back here and start pinning. Kim, will you at least say hi to them when they come into chat and tell them I'm kind of busy and I can't talk and pin in at the same time? Will you do that? And the rest of you guys, y'all welcome each other in. and I'll get up and get busy. Get up out of my chair. Did you hear me? I think I grunted when I stood up. Let me move that chair because I'm going to have to walk back here some. All right, take that. I need my apron. Let me find my apron. Got my stuff in my pockets of my apron. Don't know which one's got my scissors in it. Neither one of them. We'll put this one on. Then where'd my little clippers go? Go find my little clippers. Hey, Scrappy Quilter. I'm trying to get somebody to come up here and read the chat while I quilt. All right. Still don't have everything in my pockets that I need. All right. This is not getting it done. You know that? I'll show you. I'm going to quilt this. This is what I'm going to put on the machine. I think it's pretty. Yeah, y'all talk to Kim. She's going to monitor the chat. I've got my backing. I'm putting this on the back. Let me see. I'm not at all ready to start. I don't have my bobbins wound or anything. Oh, Ashley said she'll come up. Says give her a minute. And there, hey Kathy Jackson. Hey Vicky. All right. Vicky says, overcast, Northern California. I was gifted 3 huge backyard zucchini. I love some creative recipes. Oh, surely you can make something good with zucchini. All right. I'll have to pay attention to when Ashley comes up. I don't know if I'm a going or a coming here. I need something to mark with. I need some little snippers. I need some bobbins wound. See what I can find. Ah, I found a pencil to mark my center with, and I found some little scissors. That'll help me get started. I'm going to put that on the other side. Give me some pens. Is Ashley here yet? No. Oh, I'm missing chat. I gotta move it. I gotta roll it down. Oh, hello, Kelly. Hello, Prep for Eternity Homestead. My chat got stuck up there at the top. Taco Bell or Mickey D's or Chef Boyardee. I'm a mom now and trying to learn to cook from scratch. I missed some of the comments because I didn't have the chat set in the right place. The two things hubby will eat. Yeah. Me and my hubby grew up on homegrown foods, but I admit I like the junk food too. All right. Stick that up there. Stay. Make it stay. I'm going to be right over here. I can't talk with pens in my mouth either, can I? Hello, Glenda and Kelly. Kelly, will you please send me an email and tell me which quilt you want so I can send it to you, please? Will you tell me which one you want? They're laying over there. They're kind of on that stool over there. Because you won the quilt fair and square, so I really want to send you one. I like my long arm. You didn't get, okay. Here it is. Make sure I'm spelling it here. It's Quilted Chicken Farm at gmail.com. Let me see. I didn't get a dot in there. That's my Kelly. That's my email address. And tell me which quilt you want. Do you want the one with the? Well, let me show them to you again. You tell me which one you want and send me your address. Okay. And Kelly, tell them here in the chat which one you want. Do you want this one with the hearts? We'll just call it the hearts. And what you don't want, I'm going to try to sell the others, but that's the hearts. This one, let me get this. This one, we're calling Wish. You see this? It's got the star, but we're calling it Wish. And this one is a sampler quilt with Corey Yoder fabric. So we'll call this the Corey Yoder sampler. Now, will you tell me which one? Will you put it in chat? Those panels in the shop. Some of them. I don't know which one you want, but I still have some panels. Hello.
Hey,
You surprised me. There you are.
I did. I feel sorry for you.
I know. I can't work and talk at the same time, can I? So
Nobody would come up, so I said, "Well, you know
no.
what? That's what they get. They get to look at me."
Mm-hmm.
All right, let me see if I can get to the chat.
Okay.
And okay,
Let's see. Let me see what Kelly's is saying here. I want to buy one of your baby animals. Okay, I've got some of those, Kelly. I can put them in the package when I send the quilt. Uh-oh, come back. Uh-oh. Catherine must have pushed the wrong button. She'll have to. You must have pushed the wrong button, Catherine.
oh, just the connection got lost all of a sudden. I'm sitting
Okay.
in the sewing room, and I'm a household away from my Wi-Fi.
Okay. Well, I
But
can
so
tell you're
far,
in your sewing room. Hello, Southern Gigi and Mary Galovic. Oh, and there's Marilyn. Got to wave to Marilyn. Uh-oh. You stay put this time. You hear me?
I promise. It's polite to say goodbye when you're leaving, huh?
You just keep popping in and out.
I know. I'm sorry. I was reading the
So
chat. Up. Everybody's just saying hello.
okay.
Kelly, have you picked your quilt out yet? Are you still thinking?
If I missed saying hello, I'm sorry. So hello everybody I missed. Okay. Will that work? I try to be personable, but sometimes it's hard to keep up with all of y'all in there.
There's Toodles and Southern Gigi.
Toodles, Southern Gigi.
I think we're all waiting on Kelly to pick.
I know. Kelly. It's a hard, to me, it would be a hard decision too.
Right, right.
Because I thought I did a good job on all of them. Rita, you did good. So,
Kelly said, Rita, you make it so hard to pick. So, eeny, meeny, miny, mo, Kelly.
mm-hmm.
Uh,
The biggest one is that one called Wish, and the other two are just a small full size is what they are. They're not huge, but you want to see those? You want me to go get those panels and show you, Kelly? Oh, and Southern Gigi's going to buy a quilter. I can barely sew, but I feel like I need one. Well, I don't know what to say. I love mine, but I don't think I really use mine as much as I thought I would when I got it. But I love being able to finish my quilts when I make them instead of having to send them out.
I've been tempted to get one, but I just know I wouldn't use it enough. And the next question is, where would I put it?
Yeah. Well, if I
We don't
didn't have this little empty house, and if I hadn't got an inheritance from an uncle, I wouldn't have got one. But those
right,
two things just kind of come at the same time. So
right.
now I'm going to go get those panels and show Kelly if she wants to see them. I'll be right back. I'm back. I'm back, everybody. I
Southern
think this.
said she thinks she wants a sit down one, but everybody I know that got a sit down one turned right around and upgraded to a stand-up. They didn't like it.
But I think, if I recall right, I think Southern Gigi might have had some hip surgery, so she may need something. She may not be able to stand.
Right.
Now I may be wrong on that, but I think I'm recalling that. The heart to heart, is Kelly picking the heart to heart? Heart to heart. Okay, send me your address and I'll get it packaged up and get it in the mail.
Going once, going twice.
I'm telling you, I think it's pretty. I love the colors in it. Love the heart. Got the hearts upside down. That's what it looks like. I think I might have picked this one too if I was picking. So, and hello, Dogglebin. So the animals are on, but I can cut them. I can cut those off. Yeah. Are they showing up, Catherine? They are, aren't they?
Yes, ma'am. I can see them.
So I'd cut a yard off of it, and I was going to show you what the backing, what I would use for the backing. I've not quilted one of them yet, but you see those? Aren't they cute?
I like that.
Okay.
Kelly says she's thinking that you're helping her pick. How do you part with your quilts?
I get a stack of them, so I just have to get rid of them sometimes because they get in the way after a while. I do hang on to them for a little while. I have to keep them a while, and then I'm ready to let them go. But it's hard to get rid of one right just as soon as I finish it. That's a little harder, I think.
Right. It's like letting go of one of your kids.
Yeah, but as long as they go to a good home and nobody uses them for a dog bed or something, I'm happy. So.
Right, yes.
I know, I'm teasing.
Okay, Jennifer R has slipped in.
Okay, I'm gonna turn y'all loose with Catherine, and I'm gonna turn my back. Okay, don't get offended. But I'm gonna do something else right over here. Got it?
Y'all talking trouble.
We got it, don't they?
Quilting in the Country said that would make adorable pillows.
It would, wasn't it?
Everyone.
Hey, Nancy, our treasured home. Hey.
Kelly said something is burning there. Might be sweet potatoes. Hello, treasured home.
Something burning? Do I need to go check my stove? I hope I turned it off before I come up here.
I don't know. Kelly said she thought it was sweet potatoes. Were you cooking sweet potatoes?
Oh. Did you have a nice Thanksgiving, Catherine?
We did. It was kind of low key. My husband and I cooked, and everybody usually does their own thing. So if they wanted food, they came and got it. And if they didn't, we didn't worry about it.
Yeah.
Okay, y'all on chat, come up with something interesting. You don't want me to start talking.
Well, tell them about yourself, Catherine. I know you're in Louisiana. I do not remember. Am I right on that? Ain't I?
You're right on that. I live in Jonesville, Louisiana. I'm the mother of 3 sons. I'm the grandmother of 6 grandchildren, and I have 5 great-grandchildren.
And you have a channel too, don't you, Catherine?
And of course, I love to quilt and sew. Jennifer likes the spelling of Kim's name. She's never seen it spelled with a Y instead of an I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I found Rita back in the spring and I lost her. So I had to go looking for her and I found her again. I've never been YouTube browser or stalker or lurker or whatever. I would go to YouTube if there was something I needed to look up. And, but I had COVID in January of this year. Then in April, I was diagnosed with long COVID. So I've been pretty much housebound now for a while. You know, energy levels are just zero.
Huh.
Um, Miss Rita has helped me through this year. I don't think I'd have made it if I hadn't been able to keep up with you and your videos.
I don't know what to say when y'all tell me that, because I just come on here and be my silly old self. That's all I know to be.
Well, it's just like visiting with kin folks because I was raised in Mississippi down in the hollers and the hills.
Hills. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's like visiting with kin folks when I come on here.
No, that's
All right, Jan from USA, Florida. I finally made Zoli, right? I had to make, I didn't have any chicken stock or broth.
awesome.
It's just as good,
Pasta,
right?
pasta fazool, pasta fazool. I don't know. I don't know what that is though. Do you, Catherine?
I remember when they were talking about making it, I thought it was Fazouli, but I
Oh.
could be wrong. My memory is, I've slept since then, in other words. Jam, a frozen chicken, celery, and lots of onions cooked on the day all day on the stove, and it was delicious.
Hmm.
She tried the bouillon chicken stock paste and cubes, and it tasted terrible. Oh my!
Huh.
I only have one quilting in the country on my channel. When the laptop comes in, I plan to do a few more. I just have the one where I was folding my fabric when I first got into my sewing room, showing how I fold my fabric on the shelves behind me.
Some of y'all are real neat with your fabric. Mine's not. Mine gets thrown in a box or something.
Well, I've got plenty of that too. This sometimes I think this is more for looks than for actual use.
But at least you know what you have. I can't even. I don't even know what I have sometimes.
I only know what I have on the shelves. The rest of it, I think I've got so and so. Let me go look. So,
Uh,
really, quilting in the country, I don't like to do videos or pictures. They always look just like me.
I have that problem too. So
Oh. Oh. Jennifer wants to know what part of Florida that Jan is in. She lives southeast of Tampa. Jan says an Italian soup. You put sweet Italian sausage in, and she never had that before.
huh. Sounds good, don't it?
Quilting in the country says she has that same problem too. Jan has had beer brats, but not sweet sausage, but it was delicious. And she lives in Ocala near Dunallen. Maybe I said that right.
I laid
It's,
my batting down. Did you know where I put it?
it's funny how each region has its own pronunciations. And Jennifer went to high school in Ocala. And Prepped for Eternity said they used to live in a little town called Lillian on the Alabama-Florida line. And I know where that's at.
Hmm.
I have family that lives in Mobile, Foley, all around that area. Thank you, Jan. I tried. uh, the Confident Quilter, Gladys, is on here. Hello, everyone.
Hey, Gladys.
Jan says, I am 75, but if you want to come and visit me, come and see me. You are welcome. Well, Jan, I'm only 4 years behind you.
I'd love to come and visit you guys, but I don't travel. Y'all have to come see me.
Uh, I don't fly or go by ship or ocean liner, but if I can drive there, I'll make it.
Okay. If I go anyplace, I want to be back before dark. So, and I don't think lost Catherine again. There.
All right, I'm back. Liz says you are a busy lady, Rita.
Well, I stay pretty busy, but I sit down sometimes. Y'all just don't see that part.
You're my hero. You get more done than I do.
my sisters my sisters were here this morning and we made a Christmas tree. I don't know if y'all seen that video or not. You ever had that stuff?
I had just watched it when the notification came up that you were going to go live.
It's that no-bake fruit cake, and I love that stuff. I could just eat it, but anyway, don't. I'm addicted to food. Don't get me started on something I love, or I don't know when to stop. So
that was a totally different recipe than any I've seen around here or had around here, but it's good.
It's good. Yeah, we've made that. I know we made it for over 40 years. I know that. So
Jan said she clipped a couple of bushes in her yard because it was nice and cool weather, and now today she hurts all over.
Oh no.
We understand that, Jan. And Liz tuned in earlier and saw you making fruitcake.
I did. No bake fruit cake with vanilla wafers and marshmallows and pecans and dates and cherries and was that about it? Yeah, I think that's about it. Vanilla wafers. Can't forget them. Yeah.
Kathy says, hi, Gladys. Jan says she only likes fruitcake with rum or bourbon.
There's a fruit cake in there in the refrigerator that my friend Margaret brought 2 or 3 weeks ago, but nobody's opened it and ate any of it. I'm going to show you. You probably don't believe me, but there is. I don't know if anybody wants it or not.
Jennifer, I'll get back to you in just a second.
Y'all want some fruit cake? It's a little loaf of fruit cake. Who's that?
No, I'll never tell. You just be quiet over there. Jennifer said that she spent 5 years in Northeast Arkansas in Pocahontas. Do you know where it is?
Let me see, where's that? Pocahontas. I know Pocahontas is up in the northeast corner, and I'm West Central is where I'm at. So I don't know. I know the general area, but I've never been there.
Now show us that fruitcake again, Miss Rita.
Oh yeah, let me show you. Don't y'all want some fruitcake? What does it need? And look, if you look, it's kind of. But anyway, Margaret brought it here a few weeks ago, and it's still wrapped up in the refrigerator. Hadn't even been opened.
Lisa said, "Is it a Clanston fruitcake?"
It is. It is. You see?
Are they supposed to be better than others, Liz?
Yeah, tell us, cause I think everybody said they just didn't want none of it, so I'll stick it back in the
One is something
refrigerator.
you love or you hate. There's no in between.
Okay.
And speaking of the rum and bourbon on the fruitcake, there was a friend of mine, an older quilter friend, who went to church with my youngest son, and she would make fruitcakes every year, and she would bring him one. And they were so loaded with whiskey till you could smell it for miles, even wrapped up in the bowl.
Oh no. Oh, it's pretty good for store bought. Well, we'll have to maybe when they come back Wednesday, we'll have to try fruitcake. A Georgia company. It is Claxton, Georgia. Keep in a cool place and chill before slicing. All right, I better quilt. Tell me,
Jan,
do like Randy does, and tell me to go back to work. So,
yes, ma'am. Jan said that sounded like her kind of fruitcake. Lots of whiskey. Maybe that's what Miss Rita needs to do with that one is take it out and soak it in something and wrap it good with cheesecloth and let it set a while, and it would make it really good.
but I don't. The only thing I would have would be my bottle of vanilla or something because we don't keep booze in my house. We don't. I
We,
make and I even live in what they call a dry county. You can't even buy booze here.
right, right.
I think some of the restaurants may can serve beer now, but you can't go buy the rum or the brandy or none of that stuff. So
I know exactly. I had forgotten how it was with dry counties. Living in Louisiana, you can buy liquor on every corner. But
okay.
I had forgotten how it was in dry counties till I went to Texas, and we were looking for some vodka to make some starch on retreat.
Yes, yeah.
We went in. Well, why not? And they said, well, we're a dry county. And I started laughing. I said, okay, I've been in Louisiana too long. And
Oh,
lots of it keeps it well preserved.
yeah.
Now, my mother-in-law used to put wine on hers. She put that old Mogan David Concord grape. She would
Huh.
soak it in it, freeze it, and then take it out and soak it some more,
I almost wish I had some to pour on it before them girls come Wednesday and see what they'd say. We'd be a hoot to watch after eating this fruit cake if I dumped it full of stuff. But
That's right. That's right. Because, you cook the alcohol out of things when you're cooking with alcohol, but when you're just pouring it on there, no, you get all of it.
uh,
Oh, okay. All right. We've gone through fruitcake and whiskey.
this
Come
is
on.
supposed to be a sewing channel, ain't it? So,
Next. Speaking of whiskey, my son called me one day from the driver's license office, and the woman there had made some bourbon balls for Christmas. And she was passing them out to everybody that came in, letting them try them. And so my son called and he said, Mama, you need to get Miss Charlene's recipe. And I said, what has she made? And he started telling me, and I said, put her on the phone. And I got on the phone and I said, please tell me how many of those he's had to eat. She said, well, quite a few. And I said, do I need to come get him? And I was teasing, of course, but she said no. And I said, well, keep an eye on him, if he starts to drive. And she said, well, there's two state troopers in here, so they can keep an eye on him. And I said, oh, great. And she said, don't worry, they've had as many as he has. So we all got tickled about the state troopers and Anthony eating bourbon balls at the DMV. Italian sausage is called sweet when it has basil and fennel in it. Fennel is delicious. I like to put fennel in Italian dishes and even on pizza. It's another one of those things that people like or don't like fruit cake and cilantro and that type of thing. So what is everybody working on today, or you still have the post-turkey doldrums?
Let's see, tomorrow's Monday. Everybody have to go back to work and get back in the routine tomorrow.
Oh,
Some people will anyway.
right. Lord. Jennifer loves Italian sausage, any Italian or Greek cuisine. And Jan says, yes, fennel is good on a lot of things. I do baked ziti, and I use the Italian sausage in it, and it is good. Kim has a phone call. Gotta go. See you later, Kim.
Bye, Kim.
Jane grows 6 pints of chicken stock, so she is ready for soup this winter.
Yeah, you are, aren't you?
Lori from Quilting in the Country is working on the Quiltville mystery.
I'm gonna quilt. Whoop. Catherine's gone again. We bring her back. I didn't know you's gone.
Yeah.
I didn't realize. I wonder why it got so quiet.
Well, it just dropped me completely this time. It didn't just cut me off a little bit.
You
You know how it is with Wi-Fi.
I know it.
Carrier.
That's what I'm going to quilt on you. What do you think?
Let's see. Jan says, sorry to hear, Jennifer. I get emails every week from my representative about all the money available for people with FEMA, SBA, etc. Yeah,
Well,
they try a much better job than they do, I think.
hmm.
Said to call his office if I need any help. The good ones do get reelected every time, Jan. Most of the time. Sometimes there are those that break in, but I'm glad you have a good one. And sorry, I probably missed some of the chat right there. Jan said she didn't have any problems from hurricanes this year. I don't have any trees close to my house. It's part of the secret. Well, I live far enough inland that generally speaking, we don't get too much damage. I think about the highest strength that we've had here has been a Cat 2. That doesn't happen every time.
But you get sometimes you get a lot of flooding, though, don't you? Sometimes maybe.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. It depends on how much of the rain comes through and how fast it comes through.
Comes through. Mm-hmm.
Jennifer said her community was hit hard with this last hurricane.
Huh. And I can't remember where Jennifer's at now. Where you at now, Jennifer? I know you were talking about Pocahontas, but you're not in Pocahontas right now.
No, ma'am. I think she said she used to live there or near there.
Mm-hmm.
Jan is advising her to sign up for her representative's newsletter and to be sure she's registered to vote. And then to contact their office for help. They have clout.
Hmm.
Yes, ma'am, they do. For me, I've known forever, and sad to say, he has not been. Jennifer lived in West Palm Beach in '92 when Andrew went across the southern part of Florida. That one was horrible. Yes, ma'am. Well, Miss Rita, you've received 100 messages today with Restream Chat. And
Did I?
Jennifer, ma'am,
Is that what it tells how many chat? How many? Where do you see that at?
it popped up just before
Oh,
Jennifer's.
oh.
It
Well, I
says
had never seen that before.
it said I've received 100 messages today from Restream Chat. That's from Restream Studio or Restream something. Jennifer lives in Ruskin, Florida, south of Tampa.
All right. Well, Susan Munger's in Ruskin also, so y'all are in the same town.
Oh my!
Huh.
I knew Susan was in Florida, but I didn't realize, and I knew she was close to Tampa, but I didn't realize they lived in the same
I'm
town.
pretty sure it's Ruskin. Yeah. Now that'll be I'll try to remember that, but I can't remember everything. Y'all know that?
You remember a lot more than you give yourself credit for. Um, it's very cheap when it comes to certain things like that. We have people from Hurricane Katrina and Hurricane Rita and Lake Charles that still do not have their homes fixed. It's still a disaster. And
Hmm.
sweet governor at the time spent more of the FEMA and emergency funds on other things instead of helping the people.
People. Hmm. And that's been a long time ago. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
2005, 6, something like that, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. It was in 2005, and they were hit right after Rita.
Huh.
You did damage there.
Uh,
Jan is advising Jennifer to complain to the rep and ask for help and say you need more. Linda wants to know, has anyone heard anything about Randy?
I haven't, Linda.
The last I saw, they were having their Thanksgiving supper.
Yeah, saw that, but that was Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So that's been 3, 4 days ago. Oh, and
I
they had that on Wednesday. They ate on Wednesday.
Yes, ma'am, because she had to work on Thursday. I was just thinking he needed to be in here so he could tell Miss Rita to quit talking.
Get back to work. I really would like to get this done before dark, so that when I sit down there at the other house tonight, I can be putting doing the binding. That's my plan, but we'll
I hear
see.
you. Jennifer said the FEMA rep said they cannot help everyone. The truth is they do not want to. Not even funny. And Lori, he has been quiet. Miss Rita, how long does it take you to quilt a quilt that size?
This one won't take very long because it's pretty small. Now, the bigger they are and the harder the quilting, the more time it takes. But after you get them in there, they go pretty quick. If you work on
What
them and don't talk too much.
what pantograph are you using?
It's kind of meander and then a star is what it's going to be.
Oh, that'll look good on that. That'll look good. Southern Gigi says all that money going to fund Ukraine should be here helping our people. I agree.
Exactly.
Jan said she read that once Trump is sworn in Congress, once Trump is sworn in, Congress is going to pass more money for hurricanes. They don't want to do it now because Biden will send it to Ukraine. Absolutely.
We don't want to get into too much politics and make anybody mad, but I think a lot of us are on the same page. So
My youngest brother-in-law had a crude saying about opinions, and I guess it could apply to politics as well. He would say, to paraphrase him, politics are like buttholes. Everybody has one. Some of them stink worse than others.
okay, okay.
I said a little crude.
Any, anyway, we'll try not to get too deep into politics. Okay, y'all good with that?
Yes.
I think most of y'all know where I stand on it, but I try not to preach it to you. So
Yes, ma'am. Jennifer said, just thinking about those people in North Carolina makes me feel guilty about asking for help. So many lives lost and homes completely destroyed. My heart hurts for them.
yes,
I understand that, but
they've
if
abandoned
you
them
need
people
help,
up
you
there.
need help. You know, it doesn't. Yes, Jan, that is true. Jan said she didn't mean to be political, just truthful and realistic.
Hey, it's okay, Jan. I'm not scolding anybody, so don't misunderstand that. Oh, so I'm not fussing about it. I'm just saying, okay. So
Uh,
well, I'm fixing to turn it on, so I'm going to mute myself, okay? So
okay.
you won't be able to hear me. So
Okay.
I'll go over there and I'll just talk about politics, and you won't be able to hear a word I'm saying. So
That's one way to vent. Go right ahead. Oh, goodness. Jennifer said they are taking their children from them. Yes, ma'am. It's a sad situation. Sometimes Marilyn says discussing politics or religion are the best way to lose friends. I stay away from both. I haven't said it over politics or religion, Marilyn, but talking about ways to do things when you're quilting or sewing, I have told some people they don't have to do it my way. I can't force them to be right. Prepped for Eternity said those in North Carolina are so sad. We are in America and those people shouldn't have to sleep in the cold, in my opinion. So sad. Yes, Prepped, that is true. I think they need to put a lot of quilters in the White House and in Congress, and we could sit around a quilting frame and get some things done. Jennifer cannot wait until Trump is in the Oval Office. I um I will say that I'm a firm believer in the scripture that says charity begins at home. So if you apply that to the nation, I think that our people, our veterans, they need to be taken care of first before anybody else overseas is taken care of. And it's not like we have a very good track record with interfering overseas or sending money overseas. It usually comes back to bite us on the rear. And that's all I'm going to say about that. Yes, ma'am. Quilters certainly are. A friend of mine passed recently, and they displayed her quilts over all of the backs of the pews and then still had several left over. And those were just the ones that her family had and that she had. And I was thinking later, well, my kids would have to go around and collect all of their quilts and bring them to display because most of mine have been given to different organizations and homes and that type of thing. So, and I don't regret any of it. Southern Gigi says, Jennifer, you're right. And Kathy Jackson says, Marilyn, so true. Yes, Miss Jennifer, it was a beautiful tribute. Yes, Miss Kathy. Maryland. So, how is everyone's weather here in Northeast Indiana? We are having higher 20s to lower 30s all next week. Wow. Well, it's cool here in Louisiana right now. We've had some cool nights. Had a light freeze night before last. Um, but it'll pass. We do that. We freeze to death for a week or so, and then we burn up for another week or so, and then just repeat the cycle all winter. We have had uh, Christmas events with the family where we were sweating around the bonfire trying to shoot fireworks, which was one of our traditions. And then there was one Christmas that it didn't get out of the teens all day. Southern Gigi says 60 here, and Kathy says we are cold here in Chicago. I imagine. So you live in the Windy City, Miss Kathy. During the daytime, Maryland. No, thank you. You can keep it. Jennifer says, I'm grateful that we do not have more than a few days at a time where it is really cold. Yes, ma'am. My husband complains every time it gets cold. He said he's as far north as he wants to be, and everybody can have that cold and snow and slush. He had to go for a week's conference in Columbus, Ohio one time, and it had snowed and everything was iced, and oh, he was so grouchy. They're getting quiet on us, Miss Rita.
Are they? Did
I'm
they
gonna have.
fall asleep? Did they fall asleep taking a Sunday afternoon nap?
Well, we got to talk about cold weather, and I think they all went to look for firewood, maybe.
Oh, okay. Get an extra
Because,
pair of socks or something. So,
but not mosquitoes, I don't think, Jennifer. Not around. Maybe it doesn't get cold enough. 31 degrees in western New York from Lori.
ooh,
Maryland doesn't mind the cold, just wish there was some snow to go with it.
I don't want any snow.
I love it when it snows, but I guess it's because it doesn't do it very often. But about two trips, in and out, and I'd had enough of it.
Mm-hmm.
New
Well,
York.
because it probably melts pretty quick where you're at. It usually does here. And those ice storms, though, I know you probably have been through ice storms. They're
Oh,
awful sometimes.
yes, ma'am. Yes, I'd rather snow, I think.
Yes.
New York City had quite a bit of snow. Yes. And Jennifer said no, and certainly not flu bugs. That is right. Well, who did traditional Thanksgivings and who did not? And who was brave enough to go Black Friday shopping?
We
Jennifer
we
said,
did, we did traditional. We all went to Mama's house, and my all my siblings and part of their family. So we had a house full.
Yes, ma'am, I saw that. And they didn't want to be on film either.
They don't. They don't. And you know, a few years ago, I'd have been just like that. But since I've started them YouTube videos, it is what it is. So take it or leave it. Either.
Jennifer says she loves looking at the snow but not driving in it. Prepped for Eternity doesn't really like cold weather. I'm in central Alabama and I'm as far north as I want to be. So they agree. Linda said yesterday morning we received 3.8 inches in Topeka, Kansas. Right now the
That's
36 degrees, so most of the snow is pretty much gone. I
Mhm.
have family living in Olathe, and I haven't checked in on Facebook and seen if they got snow or not.
Mhm.
And Lori says they don't have any snow there. Jennifer said, Marilyn, did I make you cold? She went and put another log on fire. We did traditional and absolutely no Black Friday. I don't like stores on regular days. That's from Prepped for Eternity. Can I get an amen? Can I get a witness?
Man,
Me either.
you couldn't pay me to go to them big shops on Black Friday.
Oh, no. I got talked into doing that many, many years ago. And it took me several years until I forgot how bad it actually was before I did it again. That was, I said right then, that was not for me. Ah, y'all excuse me. I'll have to get a drink of my crack, my sweet tea. Marilyn said everyone came to her house and they warned me that they are all coming for Christmas. I'm going to have to put new locks on the door.
You put locks on the door. Don't you said, Marilyn? Marilyn,
you,
you're a mess.
you know you're lying, Marilyn. You know you love it.
You can't. You know what? You want them to come, but you want them. You're kind of glad when it's over and they go home too. Isn't that about right? Too?
Amen. Amen. I know how I feel, and all of my family lives away, so if they come, it's for several days.
So you want to see them, and you're happy they come, but when it's time to go home, they need to go home.
That's right. Southern Gigi said people fighting over a few dollars, and no way. Marilyn
Mm-mm.
wouldn't
Why?
stop, and
No.
if she paid to. Uh, no, I try to talk my husband into doing most of ours. PA just issued a warning to their players' homes. After election, the money to illegal stopped, so they are forming gangs
Oh no.
and targeting and robbing wealthy neighborhoods. Mercy.
Wow.
Okay. Jennifer does not like crowds. They get too high spirited for my liking. When my children were small, I did enjoy the shopping for the holidays, but no longer.
Hmm.
Yes, ma'am, small children is what makes Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
And Marilyn said, right on, Rita.
Yeah. Right. Let them come for a little while and then go home. Okay. I'm muting myself again.
Hey, uh, Jan, that is really bad. But I know some places were already having troubles too. It's hard to believe that Christmas is almost here again. This year has flown by in one way and dragged by in another. Is anybody working on Christmas quilts or Christmas projects? Probably so, Jan. Yes, Jennifer, I heard that. Yes, ma'am. Well, not the second. It's still the first, right? It's still Sunday the first. Did I lose a day? And the only reason I caught that is because my middle son has a birthday December the 3rd, and I've been reminding myself his birthday is Tuesday. Jennifer was and has one sandwich ready. Just have to get my machine home. Oh no, Jen, what happened to your machine? Did it just have a spot or was it acting ugly? I understand totally, Marilyn. Just give it a few years. Your senior moments will become senior days. Uh, it starts with senior moments, then it's senior hours, senior days. Jennifer's second grandson has a birthday on the 3rd, too. My machine is at my sister's house. I just have not brought it home with all the work on the house being done. Oh, okay. That's not too bad then. Don't you hate having to get work done on the house? Ugh. It's almost worth the trouble just to move out, let them fix it, and move back in. We went through some remodeling about 5 years ago, and we need to do some more. And I just haven't recovered from the last one yet. Not ready to tackle it. And Jennifer does miss it. And yes, I I think I would have a complete meltdown if I didn't have access to at least one of my using it or not. I'm actually using it or not. I like to see it, at it.
I'm back. Did you miss me?
Again.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am, we did. I hope I'm not too loud. If I am, somebody tell me to turn the volume down.
Well, you sound fine to me.
Okay, I just happened to think about it. I may be blowing everybody's eardrums out.
You're fine. They can turn their volume down if it's we can't please
That
everybody either. So.
that's right. That is right. Oh,
Let's see.
Jennifer has her Janome sewing machine home. She has 3 quilt tops ready to quilt. Do you
Ooh.
quilt your own, Jennifer? Thank you, Marilyn. I haven't been okay in a long time, so I'm glad to hear it.
Hey, none of us on here is okay. I don't think. Oh, yeah, we are too. So.
Some of the church people have laughed at me before because you know how we are in the South. You doing all right? And I'd say, no, I'm not all right, but I'm not all wrong either. So I'll take
Dude,
it.
yeah, there you go. Yeah,
Uh,
not all right, not all wrong.
Susan Munger. Hello, Rita, and everyone else in chat.
Hey,
It's
Susan.
it's about time, Susan Munger.
Hey, hey, Susan. Did you know Jennifer was from Ruskin, Florida too? Yeah.
Yeah,
See,
she did. Uh,
because we were talking about you earlier. That's where you were.
oh, okay, Jennifer. You have a mid-arm. A mid-arm. Okay. Prep for Eternity says, hello, Susan. Jennifer says, hi, Susan. And Susan Munger said she didn't know that. Well, now you do. I have a friend that has had a long arm machine for several years. And, well, she had a sort of a homemade one years ago. And then she got a new one at the Quilt Festival in Houston one year. And she usually does my quilting for me, but she's been sort of tied up lately. So I'm having to do some domestic machine quilting on some of my smaller pieces.
Hmm.
It's not pretty.
Uh,
Jennifer said that is cool, and they would have to get together, have coffee, and get to know each other. Hello, it's on here.
y'all are both welcome to come up here and introduce yourself to each other before you meet in person if you want to.
Susan said Jennifer will have to be on. We'll have something. Let me go back. We'll have to own me. PM me on Facebook Messenger, and maybe we can get together and sew. I love my long arm quilting machine. Wow. Jennifer's daughter has a handy quilter and loves it.
Huh.
Marilyn, when I'm in a store and I think I'm in one's way, I'll move over. The person usually says, "You're okay." I always respond with, "Thank you. I needed to hear that."
Okay.
Marilyn, are
Oh.
you sure we're not related? Uh, Jennifer doesn't have a computer right now.
All right. I'm muting myself again.
Yes, ma'am. Oh, Lord, this hair. Jennifer, are you wanting to come up? Do you think you can come up on your phone?
You can try. You can try if you want to. Let me know before I go back and get started. I'll come over here to see how long we've been on here. We've been going an hour and 20 minutes.
Yes, ma'am.
I just time
It's,
just
it's a
flying
wonder.
by.
It's a wonder everybody hadn't already got off with me talking.
Yeah. I've enjoyed listening to you talk. You just have a sweet southern voice, and I'm just enjoying it. Aren't y'all over in chat enjoying it? I am.
Well, don't let the voice fool you. uh,
Oh,
yes, ma'am. We had some friends that had relatives from Georgia, and they came over for a graduation. And I said, well, y'all talked about her accent. I don't find her her accent sounding that much like Georgia. And they said, no, because you sound just like her.
you're. Marilyn told me to get busy. Okay,
Uh,
okay, Marilyn. Okay, don't get on to me. I will.
Jan is working on a 5-inch Hexie tote bag, the pattern by Sherry McConnell. Get busy, Miss Rita. The 5-inch charm pre-cuts that I want to use won't be in stores until February. Oh no, that's not good. Jennifer R. Unfortunately, I do not have the knowledge on how to do that. I have Wi-Fi on my phone only. Um, Jennifer, I want to say that since you have Wi-Fi on your phone, that's the same deal. Hit the link and see if it will bring you up. Susan Munger, this past May, I got to meet Sandra Kay and Laura Austin in Boca Raton. It was so cool. Yeah, you get to see some of these YouTube celebrities in person. Thank you, Lori. Thank you. Um, I used to do the quilt, I mean, not the quilt group, the youth group at church and the little youth choir. And you don't really know how you sound until you record it. And I had heard my voice recorded on some things, but we were recording this song that we were trying to learn to sing with the little junior choir. And when I was playing it back, I said, oh my God, I even sing with a Southern accent. That is horrible. Susan Munger, do you have Facebook? You can send me a friend request. I think she's talking to Jennifer. Sandra Kay has your mom's featherweight sewing machine. Is that the one she was sewing on when I watched her the other day, Susan? Yes, ma'am. It says that. It said that on mine. Just hit it again. When that message pops up, just hit join again or something like that. It's been a minute since I did it, but it told me the same thing, and then I just hit join again because I know that you can. So, and then I had to put my name in. Yes, Marilyn says hit the like button, please. Everybody, if you haven't already done so. Yes, ma'am. Lord, Rita does have to let her in, but I had to hit that join thing twice before it would let Rita know that I was there. It finally let me up. Yes, Miss Susan. How many people do we have in chat? It's not showing me a number on Restream. I'm just being curious or nosy, whichever way you want to phrase it. $38. That's pretty good for a Sunday afternoon when most people are probably watching ball or taking a nap. Thank you, Marilyn. Quilting in the country, Lori said, Susan, that's neat. I think so too. I love my featherweight. I don't sew on it as much as I should. Lori says 37. Susan Munger has a craft show Friday and another one on Saturday next week. Well, good luck, Susan. I hope it goes well. Yes, if someone is trying to come up, let me know we're waiting, and I'll yell at Miss Rita. Softly, though. I don't want to yell at her too loud, Marilyn. Oh,
I don't
Jim.
I don't see anybody over there. No. Want to come up? You yell softly, is what you said.
Yes, ma'am.
I can't hear. I can hear just a little bit of sound in the background when that thing's running, but I can't understand it. So you'd have to.
Oh. Well, the count keeps going up. 37, 38, 39, 40. Can I get a 41? Yes, Marilyn, like I need an excuse. Susan, where is your craft show? Hawaii Isles, Friday morning. It's a 55 plus mobile home park. Saturday, what types of things do you sell, Susan? There you go, Jennifer. Go look her up.
Hey, yeah, they could meet at the craft show, couldn't they?
She said Hawaiian Isles is right down the road from her.
Well,
Susan says you should stop by Saturday, Jennifer.
y'all should. And one of y'all need to take your phone and take pictures and go live so we can watch y'all meet.
That's right.
You wouldn't be meeting without us, so we need to be in on this too. Don't we, Catherine?
That's right. Sewing, homemade apple pie filling, etc. Sounds good.
So do you sell your jellies and canning too at the craft show, Susan? Is that what she said?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, apple pie filling. Okay.
So that's a good thing. And Jennifer and Susan are working out locations. So I'm just going to ignore y'all.
Oh, that's funny. And Jan, how close are you? You better go with them too. Who else is in Florida?
And Lori said Rita is the one that made Jim.
Sometimes I think it's my calling just to connect you guys and just be here for us to talk. I think that's my I used to call it my ministry. So
Just connecting all these hens. And dark shadowy because of the weather and the snowbirds are coming down. Gigi quilts. Hey y'all, my husband and I just got back from Eureka Springs. We were heading to Bella Vista, but ended up in Eureka Springs. Took the scenic route, Gigi. Jennifer said it would be fun for all. Absolutely. We may have to come up with a hen retreat one year. Everybody meet up at a place with nice weather. So she won't have to travel far.
Yeah, well, I won't have to travel.
Jan USA says, thanks, Jennifer. That is too far for me. Jan has a small dog to worry about. Jennifer said this is the right time for crafting. Lots of great gifts to buy. Absolutely. Jan's dog.
We need to go.
Puppy pads.
We need to go to Jan. She's always cooking something good. You know that?
That's right. Let's see. Marilyn says, you have a big congregation, Rita. You made a believer of food and quilts out of all of us. Oh, yes, she does. And Susan has a chihuahua. Susan, Jan's puppy is 9 months old.
Hmm. All right, I'm muting.
Jan, what is your dog breed? And Lori says, oh, just a baby, Susan. Yes, 9 months old. Susan Munger says, my mom's house was destroyed from Hurricane Helene and is still in Ohio freezing right now. Yes, Susan, she had to put up with displacement and a climate change. Oh, Jan, yes. Yes. A cross between a Shih Tzu and a poodle. I had our dog that we lost last December was a cross between a Shih Tzu and a Chihuahua. Was not supposed to have happened, but she ended up with the right hair mix and coloring, and she looked like a Maltese. People could not guess what breed she was. Jennifer had a beautiful little Chihuahua. Yes, she does quilt. She also does handcrafts. And her Chihuahua passed away at 14 years. Yes, ma'am. Our little dog had just turned 15 in October, and she passed away in December. Quilting in the country, Lori says, oh no, that's horrible, Susan, referring to your mother's situation. And Susan says, hopefully she will be back in 2026. We will all hope and pray. Jan said her Taffy looks like an apricot poodle mostly. It's funny how the different genetics will show up on them. Jan, I have to get her groomed every other month or she gets all matted. Yes, ma'am. I learned that very well with mine, too. But she didn't shed. Susan's mother is having trouble with FEMA. Or Susan is having trouble with FEMA over her mother's situation. Jennifer said, forgive my last message. My phone keypad is so small and my fingers fat. I do quilt, Susan. My little dog passed at 14 years. I have a new rescue mixed breed now. Jan said Taffy doesn't shed either. Susan has been teaching her best friend how to sew and quilt. Jennifer said they are so sweet. Mine was not a barker or an ankle biter. Mine was a funny little dog. She was good natured. She would bark, though. But the closest she came to being an ankle biter was licking your ankles so she could get to them. When a stranger came up, she thought she was Rottweiler. Susan is also teaching her friend how to can and make bread and butter pickles and homemade apple pie filling. You're a good friend, Susan. Or did you get tired of just giving her stuff that you had canned? Uh, I know how some of those friends can be, and I don't really mind. I make enough to share with everybody. Susan is very busy, it seems. Yes, ma'am, I think you are.
I was so close and I ran out of bobbin.
Uh-oh.
I know. And I just kept on sewing.
Jennifer said that sounds yummy. She loves homemade butter pickles. Yes, ma'am, they're good. And Susan said no, her friend is a sweetheart. Or the dog is a sweetheart, maybe. Or they both are. uh, okay. For dinner, she made her own concoction, stuffed pepper casserole. Mmm, that sounds good. I love stuffed bell peppers.
Hmm. Stuffed pepper casserole.
Doesn't that sound good?
Does.
Jennifer's dog was a lover and would cry to see any stranger she saw. If anyone attempted to pet her, she rolled over on her back for belly rubs. Oh, goodness. Susan says, if you come Friday, Jennifer, I'll give you a jar of my homemade bread and butter pickles. Hey, that's worth the trip, Jennifer. Our little dog hated a bath, and I got to where I would spell out it was time for a BATH, and she would still go get under my husband's recliner night. Jennifer said, you lost Bob and Chicken, Miss Rita. She hates that when it happens.
I think I'm done.
Uh-oh.
Bit quick, didn't it?
Yes, ma'am. You must have had a
Need
Bob
to
ready to.
missed a spot or two over here. I need to check this one side.
Susan said my homemade apple pie almost won Best in Show at the fair, but got a first place ribbon. Well,
Wow.
happy now. Susan Wonder says, please click the like button and show Rita some love. Yes, ma'am. Jennifer says, Susan, I will go Friday just to see you and find you. What booth do you have, or do you know yet? Susan got to talk to one of the judges, and she said it was so close between her and Great Jelly. That's still an honor, Susan.
It is.
Susan doesn't know the booth number yet, but it will be inside. Bet your pies are delicious. Susan said she'll be easy to find. I also make mini, is that NCW wallet?
Mini, mini CW wallet.
You'll have to explain that one to me, Susan.
Yeah.
And Jennifer wants to know what time they open up for the craft show Friday. Susan said her pies are better than the apples from Cracker Barrel.
I bet that's right.
Craft show starts at 8. Nest touch wall. Okay. I learned something new. Dogglebin, it's 24 degrees in northeast Indiana, and I can't
Oh,
imagine anything like outside in this cold.
oh,
Abnormal.
that's,
No, I can't either,
that's
dog.
cold. That's cold.
Right. Susan says she has a hard time keeping them in the house. Well, Susan, you need to come up and show us what an NCW wallet is.
Yes.
Oh, it sounds interesting. Miss Rita, the blank. Susan said, has anyone else made the clutch wallets? They're not easy to make.
Not me. I don't do the bags and the wallets like some people. So I don't. Quilts are easier for me.
Amen.
Well, they are. Yeah.
I did garment sewing for the public for years, and
Well,
quilt much better.
I
You don't have to worry about
you
size
know,
they turn out.
years ago we used to make all of our own clothes and everything, but I don't
Yes,
even want to do
ma'am.
that anymore.
Yes, ma'am. I still make some of mine, mostly skirts. Jennifer said she's not made them. Susan, when I get off of here, I'm going to have to look them up to see what makes them different. Y'all excuse me, I cannot be still. I have the fidgets. All done, Miss Rita?
With the quilting part, I'm going to get ready,
Woohoo!
get that binding put on there, and guess what? I'm setting so binding tonight while we chat.
Wow.
Will y'all all come back? Come back and see me?
I'm sure we will.
Will you come up on the panel again, Catherine? Please?
I
Please?
I will try, and I will put my phone somewhere that I won't be holding it and wiggling in front of everybody.
Because
Maybe I'll even
we'll
have
be,
my done.
yeah.
Maybe I'll even have my hair fixed by the time I come back.
Oh, well, that don't matter. Look at this. Look at this mop. Your hair don't matter. We all look like how we look. Don't we're not trying to impress each other. We're just trying to be friends.
Hey, it took me 71 years to look this old.
We look good. Yeah, we look good for
uh,
our age.
I think so. If I'd have known I was going to live this longer, I'd have took better care of myself, though.
That may be right
Jen,
too. I
Jen,
wish I didn't have so many pounds. I tell you, I look at myself in them videos, and boy, I look like a big. I am a big woman, but I'm
well,
short and stocky. So
I just always say the camera adds pounds. So, we're not going to say how many it adds.
I'm gonna. Well, I have y'all know. Y'all see me on video. I've got a double chin, flabby arms. My hips are large,
Hey,
and so
we all
it is.
do.
I
We
can't.
all do.
I can't hide it. It is what it is. So.
Unless we spend all our time in the gym working out, we all do.
That I
It's
spend
just
more time I spend more time in the kitchen looking for something else to eat. So
uh, talking
oh,
about that. We were laughing last Sunday. Our church had their Thanksgiving dinner, and David said all of our old cooks have gone, and these younger women don't know how to cook. And I was talking to my son about it. He goes to church there too, and I said, "Well, we used to say that you could tell if they were a good cook by how fluffy they were."
uh,
Said, "You
oh.
can't tell that now." He said, "I guess most of them eat out. They don't eat their own cooking."
And Susan, I've seen Susan. She said she'd be here tonight in a lifetime
And
moment on the lips. But I've seen Susan. She's skinny. She's not heavy. She's not got no extra weight on her.
oh no.
Oh, have fun. Thanks for the tips.
Mama on the lips, lifetime on the hips. Ginger's
Tips,
gonna
I
have
guess. Yeah. Well, Jennifer's done a lot of sewing of clothing and bridesmaids' dresses. I made wedding dresses before, but it's been 40 some years ago. Don't
oh
do that
no,
anymore. And they weren't near like nothing you'd buy nowadays, but we're still married, so it's okay.
that, that's right. That's right.
Mhm.
Jennifer said she'll walk the dog.
Microwave apple crisp.
Okay.
You know, I enjoyed that little microwave thing.
It's yours, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, that apple and the brown sugar and flour and stuff, and that was good. And it just made a little bowl full, so you didn't have to make a whole bunch of it. All right, Catherine, we'll get off here and we'll meet back tonight about 7:30, depending on when I get supper and stuff ready, okay? Y'all, that sound like a plan?
I'm going to admit something now that none of my friends and family will believe, but it's time to get off. I'm about talked out.
You talked out? I don't believe it. I don't believe it. We don't believe it, do we, guys?
No one else would either. Bye, y'all. Bye.
Bye. See, thank you. Oh, you'll have to come see me, Marilyn. All right, guys, I'm going to get off here and get ready to do this binding and see what we're going to have for supper in a little while and be ready to come back in a little while. And Susan, bye, Susan.